Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled Loneliness Threatens Mental Health. It explores new research from Australia showing that loneliness can harm well-being even more than financial stress. The study reveals how isolation quietly affects both body and mind, and why social connection is as essential as food or rest. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. We'll watch a short clip related to today's topic. As you watch, think about what ideas or questions it brings to mind.
Not good for our mental health.
Experts say it's time to tackle the silent struggle.
Loneliness is a highly stigmatized issue. In fact, we know about 1 in 2 Australians would actively conceal their loneliness even if they felt lonely and they feel ashamed about it.
Normalising the experience and starting a conversation is key.
Most mental health care actually happens outside of hospitals. It happens in schools, in workplaces, around the kitchen table.
Small gestures can make a big difference.
Now that we've seen the clip, let's take a step back. Before we dig into the details, it helps to explore a broader idea behind the story. This will guide how we understand what follows. Let's talk about loneliness, not as a personal weakness, but as a social condition that affects millions. In our connected world, people message, scroll, and post more than ever, yet they often feel unseen. Loneliness works quietly. It doesn't shout or crash, but slowly wears down the mind and body. It reminds us that humans are wired for connection, and without it, even success or comfort feels empty. Why do you think loneliness can feel more painful than financial problems for some people? Loneliness is painful because it attacks what makes us human, the need to belong. When people lose a sense of connection, they begin to question their value and purpose. Unlike financial problems, loneliness can't be solved by money or work. It demands emotional understanding and genuine relationships. The article explains that isolation raises stress hormones, weakens the immune system, and even shortens lifespan. These effects happen quietly, without clear warning signs, which makes them even more dangerous. Social media, while designed to connect people, often deepens loneliness by creating comparison and distance. We scroll through others' happiness while ignoring our own emptiness. In the end, human connection is not a luxury. It's a survival need, just like food or air. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with persistently. It means continuously, without stopping, often describing something that continues over time. In the article, nearly 1 in 3 adults describe themselves as persistently lonely. Here is an example. She has been persistently positive even during difficult times. Next, we have erode. It means to slowly damage or destroy something over time. In the article, isolation is said to erode people's sense of belonging and purpose, not by breaking them suddenly, but by weakening them little by little. Here is an example. Constant criticism can erode a person's confidence over time. Finally, let's look at insidious. It means something harmful that develops slowly and secretly. In the article, loneliness is described as an insidious problem that quietly harms both mind and body. Here's an example. Stress can have an insidious effect on your health if ignored for too long. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. A survey by the Australian mental health group Beyond Blue found that nearly 1 in 3 adults feels persistently lonely, a problem that may harm well-being even more than financial stress. Chronic loneliness was linked to anxiety, depression, and weakened immunity, effects some experts compare to those of smoking or obesity. Young adults reported the highest loneliness levels despite being highly connected online. Researchers urge people to treat social connection as a basic human need. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is chronic. It means long-lasting and difficult to cure or eliminate. The second answer is depression. It refers to a serious mental health condition marked by deep sadness and loss of interest. The third answer is immunity. It refers to the body's ability to resist disease and stay healthy. The fourth answer is obesity. It means being severely overweight, often linked to health risks. The fifth answer is social connection. It refers to relationships and bonds that make people feel valued and supported. Well done, everyone! Today we explored how loneliness affects not only emotions but also physical health. It reminded us that connection isn't optional, it's vital for survival and happiness. So here's something to reflect on. Why do you think people often feel ashamed to admit they're lonely? I look forward to hearing your thoughts next time. Until then, stay connected and take care of your well-being.